to Millennials on the Move, where I feature entrepreneurs, nonprofit organization owners, and anything under the sun that has to do with millennials. And this week's millennial is Vanica Baptiste.
Hi.
So before we get started with our interview, I want you guys to know who we're talking to before we get really deep into this. So, Vanica, tell us about yourself. What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I love to travel. I'm a workaholic, but I wouldn't say that's fun. I just can't help myself. I like to train martial arts, but I haven't done it in a while. So, that's basically it. That's my main things I love to do.
Okay, so what is the most exotic place that you've been, or the most adventurous places you've been so far?
I actually feel like everywhere I go has its own little flair, but
Right.
One where I have like the most memory of is Mexico, because I just love the culture. I love the people. They're really friendly, and I feel like they're a very misunderstood group, so I like visiting them.
Oh, okay. Question. So, I see your get up here. So, are you into fashion, or is that something you just?
I love fashion. I can't believe I didn't say that.
I can't believe you didn't say it either. I was waiting on it.
I love fashion. I'm obsessed with Ankara print. Literally like 90% of my closet is probably African print, handmade. I'm obsessed with anything handmade, anything quality. I'm very like particular about what I wear. So that's part of like, what you'll see when you see my line that we'll be talking about soon.
That is a perfect segue to her business. So really quick before we get into her business, it had to be like, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, where I made a waist bead. And I don't know if you guys know what that is. We'll get more into detail with that. But it's like belly jewelry, essentially, to make a woman feel very comfortable about this very uncomfortable space for some of us. Not all of us have abs, and some of us have little extra fat, cellulite, we've had children, things like that. So we want to celebrate the midsection. And so you add a waist bead to make yourself feel better, but also it's for weight loss. So the lower your belt gets, the more results you can say, oh, I've been losing weight because it was here, and now a month later, it's here. So it just celebrates women all in general. So I made one, like 4 months ago, and Monica was like, did you make that? I was like, yeah, I did. And she was just like, oh my gosh, you totally started a business. I was like, you should, right? So mind you, we're both going back and forth, like just totally kidding around. And I told her like, this is for fun. It's too time consuming. I got a lot of stuff going on. And she was like, okay. So we left it at that. So November 3rd, I remember dates very well. So November 3rd or 4th, I see Vanica post a picture. It was like a woman. It was a shapely women. They're like characters, not like people. And they had like little waist beads on, and it was like, get a waist bead today. And I'm like, okay. So I immediately screenshotted it and shared it. I didn't ask her any question. I just screenshotted and shared it, and I told her I was so proud of her, because this is something that she's really into. She's really creative. She's really good at arts and crafts and things like that. So when she actually started this, it was a surprise for me, but I'm sure this is like everything that she's ever hoped for, because it has really taken off. So her company's called Yayidara Jewels.
Yes.
Right. And I'm just gonna let her expound on that. Like, what made you start the business?
So the reason I started Yayidara Jewels is something like that's very simple. Everybody expects this elaborate story, but this is what happened. Like I told you earlier, I love to travel. So every time I travel, I buy a new product that's handmade from the locals. So one year I was like, you know what, I have to find an African waist bead. It wasn't that popular yet, so every year I went, couldn't find one. So this year I was like, I'm not having it, I'm finding a waist bead. I went to Belize, and I seen a lady that was like hand making something. I was like, if you could hand make a waist bead right now, I'll pay you this much for it. She said, not a problem, sit down, let's go. I was like, what? Okay, let's go. So she created this waist bead for me in May. Never took it off, showered, sleep, eat, everything in that waist bead. So, I gained a couple of pounds. So, over time it started, getting a little tighter, moving up. So I was at work one day and it popped. I was devastated. And literally, my coworkers were like, oh my God, Vanica, are you okay? I was like, no, you don't understand. Extra dramatic. So then my coworker felt bad for me. So they was like, okay, you want me to help you fix it? So I was like, no, it's okay. So I went from a 2-strand waist bead to a 1-strand. And I started creating like, different things with the rest of it. And then my coworker felt bad for me. The next day, she bought me a box of beaded, jewels and things like that, and wires. And I started creating things. She's like, oh, you have a gift for this. Posted on Snapchat. I was like, oh, make me one, make me one. I was like, I'm going to start a business and make some money.
Right.
And that's how Yayidara Jewels started.
But the most inspiring part about this is we literally talked about it for like a brief moment. Did not say let's make a business. We did not talk about, hey, you started, you need to do this, you need to do this. She was just like, okay, cool, yeah, no, I don't have time. So let's talk about her time. You know how millennials work over 70 hours a week? Yeah, she's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, and if she even 85 hours a week, like, it's crazy how much she works. Yeah. And she had to make a decision. And I was like, in order for this to prosper, you gotta quit. Like, there's no way that you're going to be able to run this business successfully and have these jobs, essentially, that are kind of holding you back in a sense. Yes, the money's great, traveling is amazing, but when you have a knack for something, especially business, you can put your brand on it, you can put your mark on it. Why not take off? Why not risk the extra money to build an empire? So tell us how it felt when you quit one of your jobs.
Oh my goodness, sleep. So one of the biggest things that I was looking forward to on top of, creating more product was sleep. I was getting like probably 10 hours a week of sleep.
She's not kidding.
I'm not kidding at all. Because I was working literally morning and night, evening, you name it. So it just felt liberating. I felt free. I was like, oh, my bank account. But I felt free. So that was like one of the things that I realized, you know what? Money's not always everything. Sometimes you have to invest in yourself.
Right.
And realize that if you're dead, where's that money going? So you have to, find other ways to make money.
Exactly. So what was the most inspiring, moving part of this whole ordeal? Just the high that you got.
Basically, like, I was making it for fun, and then I thought I was going to be making waist beads. Here's the thing about entrepreneurship. You may start off making one thing, and somebody asks you for something else, and hey. So what happened was, when I was posting waist beads, I started posting anklets. A guy called me, and he was like, hey, can you make me a bracelet and a necklace? I was like, okay. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I have beads. Why not? So then other people started requesting other things. So that was very inspiring for me, that somebody could see what I'm doing just for the fun of it and like believe in my vision and what I'm creating.
Right. So do you see Yayidara Jewels going into, online marketplace like Amazon? I mean, online is really booming right now. So have you ever thought of a store? Have you thought of a store? Online and offline store. Have you thought about that?
Online, that's basically my online store I'm working on right now. Offline, not yet, because I feel like this is something that I'm doing by myself, creating by myself. Every single item is handmade.
Right.
So for you to create an online store and a physical store like in person, I feel like you need more inventory than like 20 pieces at a time.
You thought about hiring more people?
Actually, honestly, I've thought about hiring more people, but right now, at this phase that my business is in, I really wish I had like great friends that were like, Vanica, you look like you need a little help. Just create one piece and I'll multiply it for you. Because I can't afford to pay all these people yet. So, right now, I have thought about it because it is kind of overwhelming to do every single thing by yourself.
Right. But
at the beginning phase, I feel like it's probably best that I create every little thing. But if there's somebody that's willing to help, I'm willing to take the help. But right now, I can't hire more people, but I thought about it.
Right. Okay. So what was one of your downfalls? What was something that was just a devastating moment, and how did you get over it?
Okay, so like I said, I've been doing everything by myself. The moment I realized that I wanted to do this, create the logo, bought my LLC and everything like that. So, of course, I go online and I look up different e-commerce stores. But I didn't know it was called e-commerce back then because, I'm new to this.
Right.
So I look up online stores. So I found this thing called websitebuilder.com. So every little part, the e-store, you have to buy everything, separate. It's not an e-commerce. It's just a store that you could happen to sell things in. I spent months every day, every night working on it. And finally, the day of my launch. So I'm like, you know what? All I have to do is upload the products and I'll be fine. I upload the products and the products were not able to be separated. And I was like, I can't launch this because the men's, the women's, my personal collections that I created were all together and I could not separate it. Call them, there's like, well, it's not possible. So then I'm like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness, I already said this was my launch date. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. I calmed myself down.
Right.
And I started calling different, e-commerce stores like Shopify, GoDaddy, and things like that. And Shopify, amazing. So I finally got to Shopify. So I had to learn a whole new platform.
Right.
Completely new platform. But the only thing that changed between now and then was that now that I have this new platform, it looks more professional. My vision is growing, it's changing. So I was thinking about just rushing and launching, but I was like, you know what? Let me take time to make sure that the brand that I'm trying to build looks professional.
Right.
And I'm not just rushing it because I want to launch so bad online.
Right.
So right now it's almost done, literally. And I'll be launching soon, so look for it.
Wow. I mean, just starting from
scratch,
absolutely nothing, and just your waist bead popped. Like literally sitting at the desk at work. And mind you, like we said, the waist bead is celebrating the woman's midsection. It has everything to do with fertility, womanhood, strength, discipline, security,
confidence,
love, self-love, sensuality, all of that. And so when you think about, what that means to be a woman and to celebrate the midsection, this is
you're connected to it.
You're so exactly. So not only is she connecting to women everywhere, everyone can literally have a waist bead.
And it's not something new. It's been going around
for years. Exactly.
Like there's scrolls with like women dressed in waist beads only. So this is an actual African tradition.
Right.
Different tribes, they mean different things to them. So, you should research it. Look up African waist beads. There's a lot of information online.
So when people say, hey, I want you to do this with this color and that color, do they mean things or just like a bunch of colors that are just put together?
Usually when people come to me, they're like, I know I want this because it looks cute, but I don't know what I want. So I was like, okay, that's fine, not a problem. What do you want it to mean to you? And it's like, oh, okay, I want it to mean freedom, confidence, things that they feel like they, don't naturally have. And mind you, I don't only make waist beads, so when somebody asks, I usually use semi-precious stones on everything, whether it's a waist bead or a bracelet for a man or a woman or an anklet. So if they say like, they want it to mean freedom and peace or whatever, I may mix it up with, semi-precious stones and beads, depending on the color, because every color means something.
Right.
So when I go online, I'll look up what does this semi-precious stone mean. If I don't have it, I'll go to the store that I shop at and I'll buy that semi-precious stone, or I order it online at this online store.
So you've been using your money.
Yeah.
A lot of your money. Have you seen
profit?
Yes. Have you seen a profit?
I have seen myself making profits, but I haven't completely made all the profits from what I,
Because when someone buys something, you have to go replenish what you lost.
Yeah. So basically, the thing with profiting, I feel like a lot of people, they're like, okay, let me just make a profit, let me make a profit. But when you're starting a business from scratch, you are going to have to give some free products away to get advertisement.
Right.
You are going to have to invest in your product. And I'm really big on quality. So when I'm buying my, not flyers, but my business cards, my postcards for when I'm shipping out the products, the gift bags and everything like that, I put a lot of thought into it, and there's some things I'm not willing to compromise. Even my website, I'm not trying to get the cheapest way out.
Right.
I'm trying to say, okay, can this be cost effective and quality at the same time?
Right.
So yes, I have spent a lot of money, of my own money, but I thank God that I was able to have that money to start my business and not have to take out loans.
Any negative feedback that you've received, and how did you deal with it if you did receive it?
To be honest, the most negative feedback is from myself. So far, because the thing is like, when I sit with someone, sorry, I usually ask them what I want. Sorry. When I sit with someone, I usually ask them what they want it to mean. So then I literally take my time, figure out what stones look like what, and then I'll write a little letter about what each stone means and what the colors mean. So when they get it, they read the note and they see it. Even if, there was like a little something that they might have been like, this is okay. eventually, like 2 days later, I had text me, oh my God, I love it. I feel so connected, it's working. I was like, it works because you believe it works.
Right.
But I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. It's just me. Every time I give a product, I'm mad nervous. I'm like, what if they don't like it? And then I get a positive feedback, and I'm like, oh, okay.
You could offer anything to our millennials who are trying to start businesses, who have passions, who just woke up on the right side of the bed and had a great idea. What would you offer to them?
I would offer them this advice. Okay, when you're starting something, not everybody's going to believe in your vision. It is your vision. It's in your head. Not everybody can see it the way you see it. So don't give up because someone didn't believe in you. So if you see the vision, just go for it. If somebody else say they don't like it, not everybody's going to like it, but someone will. So just stick to your vision and keep on going.
Do you have a quote or a scripture or a famous saying that you live by?
Actually, yes. I don't mean to sound religious, but the quote that I live by is God will provide. Because when I'm like flustered or I'm stressed out about something, like whether it's money or just anything, and I think about like all that I've been through, I'm like, you know what? God's never failed me, so God will provide, and I'll move on, speak into existence, and keep moving. It works out. That's it.
That's it. So I thank you so much for being with us and just sharing your story. And I really believe that what we're doing right here, right now, is helping everyone with those ideas and those business plans that they have not yet launched. Do it. Yeah. Literally, not everyone is going to like your product, but someone will. It's too many people in the world. And just validate it. She validated through women who are feeling insecure about themselves. She made sure that her product was going to be an outstanding one. And mind you, it's been done before. It's an African tradition that she recreated, brought back, and really put it out there for everybody to know. This is how we celebrate sensuality and self-love and confidence for women and just strength in general. So even if it's being done, think about how you can make it your own. It's all about authenticity. Have anything to say?
No, I don't. I had a blast being here. Thank you for inviting me over here, and that's it.
So thank you for tuning in to Millennials on the Move. And if you have a business that you haven't started, you're just sitting on money, get up and do it. If you have a nonprofit idea, the world needs you. Get up and do it. She is living proof that by a mistake happening, by trying to fix her own problem, by reaching out to people and validating her idea, she's created a whole business out of it. And it's that simple. So please keep tuning in. I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Vanica, owner and creator of Yayidara Jewels. If you'd like to keep up with us and see what's going on, please follow me at yayidarajewels.com on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. And you can also make purchases and custom orders at yayidara7@gmail.com. Bye.